A game of passion, power, and precision. But beyond the roaring crowds and million-dollar contracts lies a darker side. A side where egos explode, decisions backfire, and legacies crumble into dust. Some of these athletes had it all. The talent, the fame, the endorsements. They were on track to become legends. But one wrong turn, one bad decision, and it all came crashing down. Today, we're diving into the most shocking, heartbreaking, and frustrating stories in NBA history. These are the NBA players who ruined their careers. Not because of injuries, not because of a lack of skill, but because of what they did when the spotlight wasn't on them. So what really happened? Let's break it down, story by story. Latrell Sprewell, from star to stubborn. Latrell Sprewell was a beast. Four-time All-Star, two-time All-NBA. He had the game, the swagger, the drive. On the court, he was electric. Off the court, unpredictable. Then came the incident that shocked the entire NBA. December 1st, 1997. Golden State Warriors practice facility. Coach P.J. Carlesimo criticized Sprewell's passing. Sprewell snapped. He didn't just argue. He lunged, wrapping his hands around his coach's neck and choking him. The NBA responded with one of the longest suspensions in history, torturing 68 games. Public opinion turned. Sponsors walked. The league looked at him differently, but Sprewell wasn't done sabotaging his future. In 2005, the Timberwolves offered him a 3-year, $21 million contract extension. Instead of being grateful, he responded with now infamous words, "I've got a family to feed." Fans were stunned. Teams were hesitant. Nobody signed him. And just like that, his career ended at 34. From stardom to silence. All because of ego, pride, and a refusal to accept reality. Gilbert Arenas, guns in the locker room. Gilbert Arenas, aka Agent Zero, was unguardable in his prime. Buckets from anywhere, ice in his veins. At his peak, he averaged over 29 points per game, earning 3 All-Star nods and a $100 million contract. But then, he made a choice that derailed everything. In 2009, a locker room dispute over a gambling debt escalated into something surreal. Arenas brought loaded guns into the Wizards' locker room in the team facility to confront his teammate, Javaris Crittenton, who also had a weapon. The media had a field day. The NBA couldn't believe it. He was suspended for the rest of the season. But even worse, his brand, his leadership, his trust within the league evaporated overnight. His knees gave out not long after. But even if they hadn't, the damage was done. From all-star to afterthought in under 2 years. A cautionary tale of what happens when immaturity meets poor judgment. Delonte West, a story of pain and lost potential. Delonte West's story isn't one of arrogance. It's one of silence, pain, and neglect. A skilled guard drafted in 2004, West was a solid contributor for the Celtics and Cavaliers. Tough, smart, and underrated, he was a coach's dream. But beneath the surface, he was battling bipolar disorder. He needed help, real help. Instead, he got rumors. In 2009, unverified allegations spread that he had been involved with LeBron James's mother. Whether true or not, it broke him. His relationships fractured. His mental health collapsed. Years later, he was seen wandering the streets, homeless, in Dallas. From NBA arenas to begging on sidewalks, he had hit rock bottom. Eventually, help came. Mavs owner Mark Cuban stepped in. West entered rehab. Fans prayed for him. His fall wasn't about failure. It was about a man lost in the noise, forgotten by the system that once praised him. Derrick Rose, the what if that still hurts. Not all ruined careers involve scandals. Some are just painful. Derrick Rose was the future. In 2011, he became the youngest MVP in NBA history at just 22. Explosive drives, stunning handles, fearless finishes. He was must-see TV. But then came April 28, 2012. Playoffs, Bulls versus Sixers. With his team up by double digits, Rose made a routine jump stop and tore his ACL. The crowd went silent. Chicago held its breath, and the NBA lost one of its brightest stars. Rose battled back, but his body betrayed him again and again. Multiple surgeries, missed seasons, changed teams. He's still in the league today, respected, resilient, but the magic of MVP D Rose, gone. Not his fault, but still a career forever altered. Ben Simmons, the fear of shooting. Ben Simmons had the body of LeBron and the court vision of Magic. 6 feet 10 inches, quick as a guard, elite on defense. He was supposed to redefine the point guard position, but he had one weakness. He couldn't shoot. Worse, he wouldn't even try. In the 2021 playoffs against the Hawks, Simmons passed up a wide-open dunk, too afraid to be fouled and go to the free throw line. That moment went viral. His coach publicly doubted him. Joel Embiid threw shade. Fans turned. He skipped the next season, citing mental health and friction with the Sixers. Now with Brooklyn, he's a shell of his former self. His career didn't collapse due to injury, but fear, criticism, and pressure. Ja Morant, the rise and the risk. Ja Morant is box office, explosive dunks, swagger, star power. But with that rise came warning signs. In 2023, Morant was seen waving guns on Instagram Live, not once, but twice. The NBA suspended him. Sponsors paused deals. Nike pulled ads. Public trust wavered. Why would a future MVP risk it all? Was it immaturity, bad influences, an identity crisis? He still has time to fix it. But if he doesn't, his story could become one of the fastest falls in NBA history. Royce White, the battle with anxiety. Royce White was unique, 6 feet 8 inches, 260 pounds, but with the passing vision of a point guard. Drafted 16th overall by the Rockets in 2012, he should have been a force, but he suffered from severe anxiety, especially about flying. He requested accommodations, buses instead of planes, mental health support. What he got instead was resistance. Missed practices, public disputes, and league skepticism followed. Within 2 years, he was out. Not because he couldn't play, but because the NBA didn't know how to support his condition. He later became a mental health advocate. His NBA career was short-lived, but his message, powerful. Michael Beasley, wasted talent and wrong friends. Michael Beasley was born to score. A number 2 overall pick in 2008, he was supposed to be the next great forward. But Beasley's story is one of lost discipline and bad choices. Multiple marijuana-related suspensions, poor conditioning, constant off-court distractions. He bounced between teams and even countries. One day in Miami, another in China. Beasley later admitted he was surrounded by people who took advantage of him. People who didn't care about his growth. His story is a classic case of what could have been, a generational talent wasted. Andrew Bynum, the fall of a giant. Andrew Bynum was a 7-foot phenom, a 2-time champion with the Lakers. He was dominating the paint by 22. But despite the rings, his heart didn't seem in the game. He rehabbed injuries. By going bowling, he clashed with coaches, showed up with bizarre hairstyles, reportedly skipped practices and questioned authority. By 26, he was out of the league. Injuries played a role, but so did ego, lack of commitment, and poor professionalism. Some of these stories end in redemption, others in regret, but they all teach one brutal truth: talent is not enough. In a league where every action is magnified, one moment can change everything. Some fell because of pride, others because of pain, and some because no one ever taught them how to handle the spotlight. These players had the skills to be legends, but legacy isn't built on highlight reels alone, it's built on choices. So the next time you see a rising star, remember, the line between greatness and destruction is razor thin.